by for contact.
The following program is for adults only. Parental guidance is suggested. In other words, we're gonna be fucking swearing and talking about fucked up shit. Get your goddamn kids away! Leave me alone!
Hey man, you wanna see a really good show on the radio, man? Yeah, man, what do you got? Ah, man, it's called Cult of Contempt. It's really a great show, man. These guys are freaking crazy, man. They're absolutely out of their mind. Okay, man, but we gotta get really stoned first, man. Yeah, it's okay, man, no problem. Okay, cool, man.
Dusty! Dusty, where the hell are you? You got an update?
Shock value.
Are you still watching that damn movie?
Can't stop watching the dirt. Can't.
Come on, Cannabis Brain! You got a report to do! Those feminists are playing the Clash Bar. I bet you want to talk about that.
Wait, 6 to 8. That's right. It's coming this weekend. Oh my God, you guys, you gotta go to the Clash Bar this weekend. Saturday night, Match Party's opening. Then you got Graveyard School. They're a great punk rock band with a very charismatic singer. And then, of course, you have 6-8 Mathematics. Rumor has it that they got some new songs. So come and check it out. Clash Bar, $10 cover. And just go and have a good time. Don't break anything. Thanks, guys.
Hey guys, the wait is finally over. I think we finally found our intern. Of the 99 candidates, 98 of them sent their resume in the font Comic Sans. And for some reason, Paul and Phil have an insane policy on that. So everybody got it disqualified except for our new intern, Serpentor.
I am the greatest intern to ever grace this pathetic podcast. I am Serpentor. This I command.
Serpentor is really good at making Phil feel good about himself.
Phil, the way you talk about women on the show is kind of gross, but it pleases me. You should continue. This I command.
And Paul just loves the way he handles the food order.
Paul asked for no cheese on this chicken sandwich. You will come here and replace it with the correct sandwich and refund our money. This I command.
Well, congratulations, Serpentor. We're happy to have you. And I'm sure your commanding every 5 minutes is not gonna get old then. Ah, fuck, I think Paul just killed him. God damn it, I gotta find another intern.
Hey man, this is Keith Richards. When I'm not smoking my father's ashes or playing the same guitar riff for 50 years, I'm listening to the Cult of Contempt podcast. It's a real laugh, man, really.
Santos Claus, what a cheerful song. Welcome to COC, please do some Cheech and Chong. Oh, Santos Claus, sorry we don't pay. Maybe Phil can suck you off cause we all think he's gay.
That's right, Santos Menendez on the other side of the theme song. Welcome to Cult of Contempt.
Inquisitor is looking grimly with an inquiry. It's time to name the asshole of the week soon. Cult of Contempt. Cult of Contempt. Cult of Contempt. Wednesdays at 8:15.
Welcome to the Cult of Contempt. Hello, world.
Hey guys, what's up?
What's going on?
Santos Menendez.
Hey guys.
The fifth Menendez brothers in the
I
house.
appreciate that.
Musical prodigy. Listen.
Paul, did you have a terrible smelting accident? Is that why you're covering your face?
Yes, I was smelted. No. No, it's...
Ah!
It's El Santo.
Oh, Santa. Okay.
Oh, Santa. Okay.
To
Santos.
celebrate Santos being here, he's multiple Santoses. Santos.
You're like
So-
Santos squared.
I'm
I guess I
celebrating.
am.
I celebrate the arrival of Santos.
I'm enjoying our
Thank
time with the
you.
Santa.
I'm very glad to be here. Very glad to be here, guys.
No, but what I was gonna say was, so many people can go, oh yeah, I'm a musician, I do shit. It's like, oh, okay. And then I heard your shit, and it's fucking awesome.
It
You
is.
use it as like the intro for like the podcast.
Thank
You're the
you,
fucking
thank you.
man, dude.
I just put the shit together, man. I get an idea to play something. I fiddle around with it. I mean, I've never been in I've been in a couple bands. I don't really. I look at myself as a guy who plays guitar for fun. I'm not really, you know what I mean? Whatever comes out, I enjoy. I'm enjoying doing it. I love doing it. You know what I mean?
What's the story behind this album?
Oh, the album! I will be printing the album this week. So I will be getting it. I got the money, so I will be going to Staples and buying necessary items.
Printing it yourself, Sam.
I will be printing it. I will be self-printing. I am a custom release. I'm a custom label. Actually, my friend is a custom label.
This is Santos record?
This is Santos record. Yes.
You're doing one?
I'm doing prints. A lot of people want it.
I passed it along to the Aces.
Oh, nice.
Tepper.
Oh, very cool.
I gave
Very
it to
cool.
Tepper, and Tepper's going to
He gave it to me.
Nice, nice. You got it? Okay, cool.
Yeah, oh yeah. He actually wrote me specifically, do you have it? I heard you have it. And I sent it to him.
A lot of that stuff was stuff where, this is the thing with me when I play. You know the idea of knowing your limitations and working within them?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It took me a long time to figure that
Well,
out.
there you go. Yeah. It didn't take me long to figure that out because, I mean, I used to be a classically trained pianist. Then I started hearing, like, good rock music. I heard the Doors. I heard, at the time I really liked the Doors. Cream. Stuff where it's like, okay, you know what? I want to play that. So I wound up switching over to a different instrument. I bought a Farfisa at one point.
Nice.
And then I got to a point where I heard music like Link Ray, old surf music, The Ventures, just stuff which people weren't playing at the time back in the 80s and 90s. I was like, you know what? I got to get a guitar and do this. So I bought a Stratocaster and I got some lessons. And I mean, I know a handful of songs. I don't know what I know. I really don't. I have no idea. Like the jamming we did, a lot of stuff is like, oh yeah, I think this is how you do it.
Yeah, I liked how you kind of pulled stuff out of your butt.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Literally.
We were jamming. I was gonna keep this quiet, but we're talking about it. So we were jamming, and all of a sudden he just starts playing the lick to
Mystery Train?
No.
what?
Mystery Train was fun.
Oh, Hard Day's Night?
No. The Stone song, Honky Tonk Woman.
Oh yeah, right, okay.
Because it was this funny progression. We were talking about the Specials. The Specials have a song called Gangster, and in the beginning of the song Gangster, there's a car crash, and it made me turn my wheel and almost crash into a highway divider because it scared me. So then, fucking years later, I hear Country Honk, which is an early version of Honky Tonk Woman for the non-Stone fan.
That's right.
But there's a honk. It's like, and they call it country honk, and you hear this car go, and I always like go, no matter where I am, and I hear it, I just look over my shoulder if I'm driving, because I'm just like a nervous driver. So we're talking about that, and then he just started playing Honky Tonk Woman, and I grabbed my iPod, pulled the lyrics, and before you know it, we were just like, just jamming to it. It was fun.
That's awesome.
I don't
was
think
giving
I
it
played that
swagger.
in years. I don't think I played that probably at least 5 years.
Yeah.
Then we
I
did
think
really-
it'd be great. You just gotta get your chops up and.
I got to get an instrument. I got
Yeah.
guitars.
But no, you're there. Like,
Thank you.
You just
I just need to.
secrete talent.
I just gotta get back into it. Thank you. Get back into it again.
Santos, do you want to borrow a guitar?
I would love to borrow a guitar. I would love to do that. Actually, yes.
Wait, are you sure you can spare one?
Yeah, I think so.
Then we did Rudy a Message to You, which was really good. We did a good
Oh my god, that blew my mind. I mean, of all the ska bands, I always liked the Specials the best. I liked the way they looked. I liked the way they danced. I liked the crazy
right.
antics and the back and forth.
two-tone
And
stuff.
the songs would sometimes like tell a story. Like there's a song called "Stupid Marriage," which starts in a courtroom, so there was a black singer and a white singer,
And the black singer was always was the figure of authority in the context of the song. So he was the judge, like, and it's a crazy song.
Yes. Yes.
Stupid Marriage. Look it up on the internet, kids.
Okay. Cool. I love
The
it.
airwebs.
But but specials are great. There's a great SNL performance you can find on the internets. And then there's this movie that I haven't watched yet, but they were like the soundtrack of it. Some like
Cool.
British
Very cool.
lifestyles.
Oh, This Is England? Is that
This
what-
is- yeah.
That's good. That's a good movie. I've seen that movie actually. It's really cool.
But anyway, how do you feel about Scott? Like, you look like the kind of guy who would shillelagh a guy skanking.
I fucking hate. Actually, I don't fucking hate ska. Like, I guess I like Goldfinger. That's kind of a ska band for a while, right?
I don't know, Gold.
Third generation, like
I like the fucking OG, like, anything I've ever heard that was,
like the really old, like Prince Buster.
like
and-
fucking
that's real
those
ska.
box sets, the Trojan box sets.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
I've heard
Yes,
like those,
yes.
like,
I have one of those collections.
those
yeah.
are fucking awesome.
Yeah. All the one drop stuff. All the.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
There's so many of them that are good. I got a couple of them on my computer. My buddy bought like the first like 70 of them or something.
I had,
He
like-
a shitload of fucking way overpriced reggae boxes.
Yeah.
But they were fucking crazy expensive, but they were fucking great.
Yep.
And
I've seen those things. Yes.
but like, no. Do I want to see people ever on a stage in my bar with horns and shit? No, I really don't. There's no time when I ever want that to happen.
you know, there is a pretty prominent band with some really nice people.
I know, I love them, and that's cool that people like ska and people, you know, I'll go watch them, but believe me, I
find them fun. I find them fun.
I think horns, you need a bigger space, personally. Like, they blow everything else out so much.
If you're in the Clash bar and you're close and you're right by the speakers for the schwam, it's not so bad. But
Fucking
if you're in the
horns
back of the
on,
room,
I feel like my head's gonna explode like fucking
I
splat.
gotta
I tell you, I went to the Vans Warped Tour in like 98 and like 99 and shit like that, and that was like the height of that time, and it was fucking awesome. And you know, the thing for me was there were some dark periods in my life, and I felt like ska was like really happy music. Whether you go to like the roots of it in like the 70s and shit like that, or you're listening to stuff from the 90s, like white boy ska, I guess. But
Some good stuff.
whenever I went through like a really bad like
the British
hard
stuff was
time-
white guy Scott.
Yeah, that's true. No, but there was kind of stuff that was coming out of Jamaica too and stuff like that. But
We have the guys all like.
Yeah, but we all remember the Police. Fuck them.
yeah,
I'm not a fan of the Police. So the early stuff is cool, but the later stuff is just kind of like.
I don't know. They're like I have a handful of songs I like.
Yeah, same
Most of
here.
them I'm kind of like I don't ever need to hear "Don't Stand So Close to Me" again.
right.
I have
They
none of their
crapped
albums.
all over that song for a greatest hits
No,
where they
yeah, it's
reunion.
horrible
They had a
version.
second version. It was terrible.
Horrible.
I just
They used a drum machine instead of
Stuart Copeland. Yeah, what assholes.
Yeah,
Stuart
exactly.
Copeland is like the best part of that band.
Yes, he is.
Did you guys
Absolutely.
know Stuart Copeland composed the music for Spyro the Dragon?
Yeah.
Really?
It was crazy. I was in the bag for that game. I played it for like 2 weeks straight, never left the house. And I beat it. And in the credits, Stuart Copeland was like, wait, that can't be the same guy.
Yeah, it is.
Went to the library, look, dialed up. Eventually found out after 20 minutes that it was the same guy.
Wow.
But if you listen to
IMDb
that,
credited it.
if you listen to that, that does sound like the way that he does kind of like shit like.
And I'm
His
convinced
drum
that some of the
phrasing.
sound effects of the game came from his percussion as well.
Definitely.
Wow.
Because like it's a very musical game. It's a fun game once you get the hang of it. Because you do a lot of like gearing up, and then you do these like ramps, and you're catching all these gems, and it's a fun game. It's kind of like first-person Sonic the Hedgehog, but you can fly. I don't know. Did you play Spyro?
Yeah, I was
I
too
liked
old
it.
for it when I played.
See,
it.
that was the thing. I wanted something whimsical and kind of, kiddie. I was
It
looking
was
for something light.
cool. Like, I like that a kid could pick that up and play it.
Yeah.
But I was never a big Spyro. Even Crash Bandicoot. Like, I liked Crash Bandicoot. But I was more like a Tomb Raider guy. Like, give me guns. Give me Doom. Give me fucking Duke Nukem.
I never did too much video games. I mean, I was a big pinball guy. Still am a big pinball person. I did some video games, but
Santos, you told me that. We're definitely, yeah. Sorry, Alec, I'm running away with Santos. We're going to Silver Ball and Asbury.
I gotta go there on Friday nights because Glenn Jones from FMU DJs there on Friday nights.
Oh, no shit.
Jones, he's the best, man. He's the best. X-Ray, power to you. R.I.P. man. Wonderful man.
Yeah, I can see that. That's awesome.
What's your favorite pinball game? I'm a big pinball guy. Not big, but I like pinball. I appreciate it.
My friend had a pinball machine which was it was an Elton John pinball game. It was Captain Fantastic from the album, and it was beautiful. It was like this great, like beautiful yellow.
It's like an animated Elton with a piano,
Pretty much,
right?
yeah, and it's beautiful.
I saw that as a kid at probably Seaside Heights a long time ago.
I mean, she bought it, she fixed it. She had to sell it eventually, but man, I loved going to her place and playing that game. She had in the basement, this really nice carpeted paneled basement. It was really perfect spot, and I think that and the Kiss game. I really like the Kiss pinball game too. I like that one a lot too. That's a cool.
That was a classic.
You were at Midway, right? The other day?
Yeah.
Did they do the Terminator one?
No, but I know Silver Bowl definitely has it, but I don't think Billy's has it.
I think they just got it. They posted a thing like.
You know, I gotta be honest, I really wasn't looking for it.
Does anybody have the Playboy pinball game?
You know, my friend's dad had that when he was a kid. When we were kids, it was in his basement. Yeah, we used to fucking play.
It was legendary.
Dude, he had that thing for years, and I don't know, but I think when like his parents got divorced, like I think his mom just like got rid of it.
Oh man, that sucks.
You know, it was like one of those things like it was stopped. You know, he needs to be maintained and.
So some lucky asshole got it for $100 and flipped it, and now it's probably in some.
I always liked the Twilight Zone one too. I always thought.
I just played that.
Yes.
Billy's Midway does have it.
I think I've seen that one too.
We gotta go there.
Yeah.
I would love to go. I haven't gone there yet.
You haven't gone there?
I
You
have
gotta
not
go
gone there. There is another good thing there. On that street, on Lafayette, there is a sandwich shop. I will give the name. I'm not plugging or anything, but the name is Bogey's Hoagies.
Okay.
The best fucking sandwich I've ever had in my life.
Really?
I would like to take people there because it's a mind-blowing place.
All right, we're going. There's also a pub under Billy's now.
Oh, really?
It opened about 6 months ago, and I was like, oh, I haven't been here in like 8 months.
Yeah, that.
Wow.
And it's like a real Irish pub, and we might be getting a gig there.
Okay, cool.
We put feelers out. I don't know. We've done that with 100 bars, and only one ever responded. No, 2 ever responded. You know, so
Nice.
we're at a 0.01%.
Feelers out there.
Yeah.
I want to play.
The one thing I want to say about pinball, I love the advent of the multi-ball, and I love the advent of the computer screen and the interactive. The best game for that, Mars Attacks.
I've never they had a Mars Attacks game?
Yeah, it was put out around the same time as the movie, according to the placard at Silver Ball.
Okay.
It was put out at the same time of the movie, but the artwork isn't exactly the Tim Burton art direction of the movie. But Marvel also put out cars that had nothing to do with the Tim Burton movie, that were just Mars
I'll
Attacks.
tell you. You know what's a cool game that combined video gaming and pinball? Was a Pac-Man.
Oh, Baby Pac-Man,
Okay.
yeah. Billy's has that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we jump between. It's like a pinball game.
I never saw that before.
Dude,
And then,
I never
you
saw
hit
it in my life before that place.
Wow.
Billy's.
I gotta check Billy's
Yeah,
out.
you hit the ball, you hit it. No, you, as Pac-Man, run into a certain door, and then it activates the pinball.
Yeah.
And then
Wow.
you get extra points and extra power pellets.
I gotta check this out. This sounds great. I gotta check it out.
There's also this cool game that Billy's has where it's like, it's pinball, but it's bowling.
Yeah, the bowling one rules.
And, yeah, it's like, if you find your spot, you get these strikes, but I think the score is, like, ridiculous. Like,
Wow.
but no, I'm getting 2 games mixed up. The one at Billy's is just a normal bowling score.
Okay.
I was playing one at Belmar that had... Was it Belmar? Anyway, that had like, if you got like so many strikes in a row, you get bonus points, and like the scoring was like ridiculous, and then you get tickets.
Cool.
You know, you spend $50 and you get a bank of Jack Skellington that's probably worth like 50 cents in China. But hey, I earned it.
I always give all my points to a little kid.
Yeah, I'm too selfish for that. Fuck them. Wait a minute, I'm saying fuck them to you? Jesus, what happened?
Well, that's
You know, when I started this show a long time ago, 3 months ago, I was so sweet and bushy-eyed.
Yeah, whatever.
What is bushy-eyed? What am I talking about? All right.
actually I don't give it to a kid. I usually give it to the parents. Like,
Okay.
oh yeah, here, give this to your kid. I'll never usually walk up to a kid like here. Like,
Hey,
unless it's like
That's a good idea to do.
Unless
that
it's
way.
like a bunch of like fucking deviants that are just running around with their antics and they're like, here you guys, you'll fucking love this. Knock yourself out. Go buy some fucking eyeballs.
How many fucking spider rings do you need anyway?
Spider rings.
I don't know. I put them on all my penises.
All of your penises?
All three. I have 3 penises.
It's a trident.
I don't know where to go with this.
It's like we're going to the new Godzilla movie. That's where I'm going with it.
Wait, that's coming
That
out.
3-headed monster is in
yeah.
the new Godzilla
Oh,
movie.
not what the hell is it?
Ghidorah?
Ghidorah.
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 I think it's Ghidorah.
Ghidra, yeah.
I don't know.
When I was a
Is it
little
up
kid, I was
against
really
Godzilla?
into that. I forgot.
I was into American Godzilla.
I don't know, man.
Did you watch the last one with fucking Heisenberg in it? It was good.
Really?
From the guy from Breaking Bad.
Yeah,
was
of
in it.
course. Yeah, right.
That was a bad
okay.
flick, dude.
Okay.
Check that out. And they're making a new one, and they're also gonna do Godzilla versus King Kong with like this Skull Island.
Okay.
Is
that's
what
cool.
like
That's cool.
has led us to this.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Well, my 2 favorite actors are Harvey Keitel and Godzilla, so it better be damn good. So.
Godzilla.
Actually, Harvey Keitel is playing Godzilla, so...
The greatest Godzilla of all time, hands down, was Bobcat Goldthwait in the movie One Crazy Summer. Stuck in that horse suit.
That was great.
Classic.
I love that movie. All those movies are great.
Yeah, so I talked about it at the last show. I used to have a Godzilla about this big. It was part of the Shogun Warriors collection. It had wheels. Its fist would shoot because, you know, an organic being can shoot its fist.
Right
But,
into
you know,
someone's ass.
Yeah.
Terry's
You got
supple buns.
So, you know, but it was, I had to sell it because I was like unemployed and I needed to make bills.
That's how he did it to Jim.
Did you guys see the shit that I posted on the page the other day with the sex toys? The
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I love
Warhammer. If they don't show somebody holding it, but you know Thor's hammer is just
What do you do?
And why didn't they make the Hulk's cock more accurate? Like the tip would probably be like, I don't know, the tip of my penis, I don't know about you guys, is a different color than the rest of my penis. It's a little darker.
Free!
So you think it was the wrong shade of green?
Yeah, they should have made the tip like a...
Honestly, I don't think it was proportionally accurate. Like Hulk cock, it's got
Well, I think
the
his-
size of that microphone that they can't see.
Yeah, his balls would be like basketballs.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, if you're talking about
this.
horses,
Yeah,
You should do quality control there. Next time they bring it to you, you should be like, no.
I can fit this in my mouth. It's not the Hulk's. Get it out of here.
Obviously, the head should be darker color green. Send it back.
I like this. The heroes, dude. Some of them just get like a shitty dildo. Like, yeah, Iron Man, you just get a shitty dildo. We're not gonna make an Iron Man mask that you can fuck. You know?
It's battery operated or something.
I don't know. You think Stark Attack can come up with ways to stimulate women? His should be like battery operated in some capacity.
Oh, another movie news too. They put out a new Child's Play
Right.
trailer.
I heard about that.
For the show or for the new
No,
movie?
for the movie. The new
Who does
remake.
the voice for Child's Play? Someone
Mark Hamill.
That's right.
for the
That's
remake
Mark Hamill.
or
Yeah,
for the
In
show?
the remake, Mark Hamill is doing the voice of
okay.
Chucky. And from the sound of the trailer, he's basically doing like his impression of Brad Dourif, which is to me is cool. Like that's kind of how Chucky is supposed to sound.
Okay.
Right.
Sort of like a maniacal. Like Brad Dourif, I always thought was perfect. Like, why would they cast anybody else? Mark Hamill is equally as demented, like Joker.
Oh, yeah.
The shit that he's done voices for, so it's like awesome.
I think there were a lot of Hollywood producers who probably felt bad and like assholes when they realized how talented Mark Hamill was and how big the Batman cartoon became and how much ingrained in that character. And I mean, he was always a part of the comic book culture and always came to terms with his Star Wars past and just said it makes people happy, so Did you ever see Comic Book the movie? It's actually it's a fun movie.
But I also think Mark Hamill too kind of likes not being in the fucking spot.
Yeah.
I think it's an easy living for him. He's really good at it.
But I always thought the book on him was shortly after Empire.
He got in a fucking
car accident
or parasailing or something.
And
Is that what it was?
It kind of derailed his career.
Wow.
Because Hollywood's so fickle with actors. Like, they're a dime a dozen, really.
He wasn't that great of an actor.
You don't think so? Like back then?
No, I think that he actually...
I think he more just looked the part?
Yeah, I do. I think he looked the part. I don't think he was a bad actor.
He's gotten better as he's gotten older.
I think, too, that he's a brilliant impressionist. Like, I saw him doing an impression of Harrison Ford.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I forget on...
Oh, he did that for... he did it for bad lip reading, I think.
Don't talk like that.
Yeah.
That's what Harrison Ford said to him. I don't talk like that.
It was for bad lip reading. I don't remember which video.
He was telling a story about something. Like, I watched a video of it the other day where he was telling a story just about Harrison Ford on the set of Star Wars. And, like, the whole set of Star Wars and working with, fucking Carrie Fisher and all these people.
I bet he tones down the Carrie Fisher stories because I heard she was a wild child back then.
Yeah, no, he really just talks about Harrison Ford most of it. It was good shit. I don't know, but I think he's a much better voice actor. I'd rather listen to him 1,000,000 times over than watch him in movies. I think he's good in Star Wars. Honestly, I think that's probably his best work because everything else I've ever seen of him, I'm just like,
Do you remember that? I know you know this movie. I don't remember the name of it. Mark Hamill's in it, Jimmy Walker's in it, and it's some sci-fi movie with monsters.
Wow.
And Mark Hamill's some sort of cop policing the monsters, and Jimmy Walker is one of the monsters. Lindsay, look it up!
Wow. Hey, Lindsay.
Hi, Lindsay.
Hi, Lindsay.
Lindsay Decker.
Speaking of impressions, when did you start doing impressions?
It's very funny you say that. Okay. When I was a little kid, maybe 4 or 5 years old, I was a big fan of the Marx Brothers.
Okay.
So, Marx Brothers, Jimmy Durante.
Which one was your favorite?
God, it's got to be between Night at the Opera and Duck Soup.
No, which Marx brother?
Oh, which Marx Brother? Oh.
Yeah, I really wasn't sure which one he was
That's
in.
interesting. I love Groucho, but Chico is great, man.
Yeah,
Chico's great. I've learned some of my piano technique is from Chico Marx. Some of the stuff, yeah.
Chico was more of the setup man. He was the straight.
Yeah, exactly.
You had to have.
He had lines too.
Yeah.
Like Groucho said one time, you should jump out of a plane without a parachute. And he goes, no, I already have a pair of shoes. He had some lines.
Why a duck? Why a chicken?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I'll tell you why a duck and I'll tell you why a chicken. But so I started doing like Groucho Marx, Jimmy Durante. I got a million of them. It's old stuff.
The thing is like a lot of that stuff was public domain.
Yes.
And played on those odd channel
Channel 9 or
UHFs
Channel 5,
and,
exactly.
and PIX and Stooges, Our Gang, which was eventually called Little Rascals.
Yes.
All of that.
Yeah, they wanted to get away from the whole gang thing.
Yeah.
So I think after a while it just started like progressing where I would hear I've got a weird ear. I can hear voices. I can pick up on a voice after listening a few times and I will get it. Sometimes close, sometimes right on. At one point before my voice dropped, I did Janis Joplin.
Nice.
Which was weird because, it was crazy. You have to be very gritty to do that. I do Joe Cocker.
That I gotta hear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Singing or talking?
Both.
Dude, he was in that Beatles musical.
Yes, he was. And
And he did the Come Together scene, and he was dressed like a
Did they spell come when he does it? You should Joe Cocker give it come together.
You should tell with a U.
But yeah, I've been doing it for a long time.
But for our generation, we're exposed to all those great old actors, plus the Warner Brothers stuff, which also emulates all the other old actors,
Yes.
and they're all like cartoon characters. Some of those old movie stars.
Here's one.
Yeah.
the plutonium U-38 space modulator.
That's pretty good.
It's calm.
I'm going to blow it up. Yes.
Can you do Paul Lind?
How's this? It says crunchy.
All right.
That's good for all in, man.
See, all right, now I'm getting a piece of paper because I want to slip you phrases and I want you to say them as.
Oh, good.
All right, here's one of my new favorites. Is a radio guy is known as the Hound. If you want to hear what makes me tick, listen to the Hound.
The Hound.
The Hound. He's amazing. Been on for a long time. But anyway, there's little pieces. He throws in pieces of Red Fox.
Oh, yeah?
And there's one great one that Red Fox says like, "Bend over, honey. I got it in Newark."
I remember one of my favorite Red Fox stories. He's with this beautiful girl at some award show.
Okay.
And obviously she's just with him for the money and stuff like that. And the journalist asked him, "Oh, how did you two meet? How did you get together?" He goes, "I opened my wallet and there she was."
Yeah.
Come on, you big dummy. Ugly Esther.
You ever hear his stand-up from the 70s?
I have.
I ain't getting on no plane. It's really dirty, man.
One of my proudest possessions is a Red Fox party record that I got from my father-in-law. Inherited from him. It is one of my prized possessions.
Oh, yeah.
It is ridiculously funny. The point where you were laughing and pissing your pants. It's so funny. It's dirty as hell.
Yeah.
And real funny. No, he's amazing. He was amazing.
He was amazing.
He was
man.
amazing. Incredible, smart man. Real quick.
He was so quick.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Dude, comedy's not like that anymore.
No, it's not. Well, do you guys remember the Dean Martin roasts back in the 70s?
those are great.
Yeah.
You know,
Comedy Central tried to
I
recapture
watched them when
that.
they were
they
on.
couldn't do it.
No, I liked the
did
Leary
not.
one, but they all kept
Sure.
going downhill from there.
I know, right?
You know, I thought, but I enjoyed the Leary one.
That was a good one. That was good. Shatner was good too. I like
Shatner was great. I think, McFarlane he did Hasselhoff, which was but it wasn't the same kind of thing. The Comedy Central thing was a more modern.
But the comedies were funnier back in the 70s.
I know, because it was more about one-liners and less about being mean.
Exactly.
But they were pretty mean. Are you done? Should we?
That's what happens when you try to, right?
I'm like the Emperor now.
I'm sorry. Are we interrupting your dying with our conversation?
Get over it, Grandpa! It's called vaping!
Don't make me the dad of this group. I don't want
Too
to.
late.
Papa Jim.
Do I make pizza and steal healthcare from my brothers?
Bring orange slices and give us hugs. You already are the dad.
I do give you guys hugs. It's a story I'll tell off camera. Anyway, let's play the phrase game. I'm gonna slip Santos a phrase. I'm gonna slip Paul a phrase.
Okay.
And you guys talk about something else. Hey, what do you guys think about Endgame? Are you in or you're out?
I'm totally in.
You're in for
How about you, Paul? When did you start doing impressions?
Yeah.
The minute I was born.
Oh, really?
Oh, it came out.
Well,
And the doctor was, "It's a boy," and I just looked at him. "It's a boy." Faggot. No. Stop looking at my cock, doc. No, I
You're just always an insufferable prick.
Yeah, I was just always an
I should have done
asshole.
this ahead of time. God damn it.
Well, we can keep talking.
yeah, we'll just keep rambling.
Yeah, you just keep talking.
So,
Because I talk too much anyway.
And I could do, I don't know, like I started kind of just doing music, like impressions of people, like musically, like Dio,
oh yeah.
like all that shit, yeah, like.
Holy diver! You've been out too long in the midnight sea. Nice.
I miss him, man. I miss Dio.
He was something.
God.
How can you
was
have
great,
such a big
though.
voice and be such a tiny man?
I don't know.
And he never had the Napoleon complex. At least I never heard that. He always seemed
I
nice.
had that Ronnie James Dio had giant testicles. And it kind of dwarfed his penis, which was also very large.
You know, in an interview with Angus Young, he had said Big Balls was about Ronnie James Dio.
I don't know, I saw Labyrinth, I started imitating David Bowie.
Okay.
Or Hargle.
Oh God.
That's a good one.
That's good.
The Simpsons music.
It's only forever, not long at all. No one can blame you for walking away. I know the truth hurts, little girl, as it hurts like hell. Or like, you remind me of the babe.
What
The
babe?
babe with the power.
What power?
The power of voodoo.
Voodoo.
You do.
Do what?
Remind me of the baby. I saw my baby crying hard as baby
That's really good. That's really good.
What can I do? My baby's love had gone and left my baby blue. Yeah, like I just started imitating like rock singers. Like I can do a lot of them.
I like how he owns it, man.
Yeah, you got it,
that. That was great.
That's right on. Shit.
Right? Oh, the slow clap.
Thanks,
Give it the slow clap.
At first I was like, what the fuck is he doing? I was like, oh.
All right. You want
No, I
to
can imitate David Bowie.
Very good.
All right, say this as the Goblin King, David Bowie. Take a minute if you need to. It was the first thing I could think of. I don't even know if you'll recognize what that is.
Can I say it as Tim Curry?
All right, that's better.
It's easier.
Okay.
Now the neighbors are all mad at David Bowie, so I'm going to do Tim Curry to make them happy. At the drive-ins, in the old man's Ford.
Okay, now take that and give this to Santos. Now you do it as Doc Brown.
At the drive-in, in the old man's Ford.
You got this?
You do it. Chris wasn't doing it really right. I mean, I used to
Do it as Jim.
Yeah, okay. My impression.
At the drive-in, the old man's Ford. Oh yeah, the other day I found
He
this
doesn't
thing that
need
was
to
on-
read it.
Hold on. Let me tell you the story. Hold on.
Yeah, that's yeah, nailed it. Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's
Every time I
malicious.
imitated you, I always made you sound like Seinfeld.
I'm hurt for you.
Seinfeld.
Please don't even
Phil hurt my feelings.
don't stir the pot, ass.
Hey.
Somebody should try to do a
Where's
Paul
Seinfeld?
impression.
Oh, I did one for one of the bits. Yeah.
What's the deal with that? That's it. I was like, what is going on?
I did that scene from The Dirt. I was like, it's called Sean Billy, but I always made you sound like Seinfeld for some reason.
Do I sound like Seinfeld? I don't think so.
Boom, it's Phil.
Oh my God! So I'm dating this girl. She fucking my wife. Oh no! What?
I'm fucking her again.
Oh my God!
What's the deal with that? Coitus.
What is the deal with that?
Oh my God! So this is like a modern day Seinfeld, where you're Seinfeld, I'm fucking George,
Yeah, you're
and he's
definitely
fucking
George.
Kramer.
No,
He is Kramer.
You're Lynn.
And you're Newman.
Newman. Yeah, I can be Newman. I'm Newman. Yeah.
Actually, standing here, the way you're sitting back and got that shirt on, I bet if we gave you some strategic hair, I think you could pass for Tony Soprano.
Nice.
I think you could do a
Interesting.
decent Tony
Okay.
Soprano. If you studied the thing.
I can do his voice.
James Gandolfini.
I don't do a voice Tony Soprano. I don't know.
I feel like James Gandolfini was menacing, and Santos, the name sounds menacing, and then you meet him, and he's just.
I think with the right
He's a
makeup
meatball.
and get him into character, I think it'd be funny. Or it'll just be like a Saturday Night Live or
He's
a
like the
cartoon
sweetest guy.
sketch of. Yeah, but I mean, acting.
Thank you.
Did you ever act before?
You know what? I used to do talent show stuff, and one of the acting teacher actually invited me. He wanted me to go be in his class. I turned it down because it's like I've done a few things, but it's kind of like I've never really, you know what I mean? It's like, why me? Why would I do this? You know?
Because you could be a character actor. You have
Yeah.
like that fucking.
You have the
vibe.
you have presence, and you have volume, which isn't.
Yeah, I'm pretty loud.
Because I jam with a lot of people, and everybody has varying. But the guys with the booming voices, it's the rarest.
I always think I've got more of like a
Alana's got
tenor
it.
or some way. She has, yes.
She's got the volume.
Yeah, she does.
Can you guys do like a scene?
From what?
I don't know. Just like.
I wish I.
Roadhouse.
Okay.
Oh, God, I can't do. I remember Roadhouse.
What? I remember the whole movie.
We were just thrown out at
God.
the end.
Well, I learned how the bartenders can screw the bar by.
We can
by
do.
their
I can do.
pores.
I can do Marlon Brando.
That's all I remember. about that movie.
Or I can do. I'm gonna make you an offer you can't refuse.
Can you do Brando in what was that movie where he's that crazy guy, Apocalypse Now?
That's right. Yeah.
That's what the horror.
All right.
Marlon Brando.
Do Brando and say this phrase from a popular Kiss song.
Oh God. Okay. You got something about you. You got something I need.
Crack cocaine.
There's a great in Woody Allen's Sleeper.
You got something about you.
Nice.
All right, is that your Dio?
No, I can't.
Oh, I never handed this to you. I'm sorry. I feel like I
No,
did.
I was gonna just sing.
Okay.
Can you do this as like one of the gay Hollywood actors? Like
You got something about you.
That's nice.
You got something I need. No, it's Paul Stanley in the demo version because he wrote that song like a disco song.
God.
Nice.
Well,
Yeah.
No, I can't.
I've really learned to appreciate Kiss as time goes by. I mean, one of the stations I listen to, they're like the only place they will ever play Kiss. And they play some real choice cuts. And like, you know what? Say what you want about them. In their prime, they made some damn good records. There were some fun records.
Like a lot of hard rock heavy metal bands, I think some of them were better when they were hungry, and they got lazy when they got more drugs, more money,
That's
more,
true.
more girls.
That's true. Kiss Alive is a
Kiss
classic.
and Motley Crue suffer from that because I think once you get to the '82 record, and then Ace starts losing interest, and then the brilliant idea to save Ace is to have a concept record. Because Gene saw dollar
Oh, that's
signs
right.
because of Pink Floyd The Wall, and Paul just always tried to keep everything together. But they were losing Ace, but Ace was losing his mind, and he was drinking really heavy.
He's so talented, though. I mean, he's such an amazing guitar.
I don't know, like Ace, some of Ace's solo records, like his solos are kind of lazy. He does scales. The song Ozone, it's basically scales.
Yeah, I love Ace Frehley. But you know what always disappointed me is the people that he chose to like hang around with, like his backing band. Richie Scarlett is like, I don't know if you know that guy.
No, I've heard of the guy. I don't
Never
know.
met a guy that I wanted to kick in the fucking balls more than that guy. Like he's
That guy's just desperate to stay
Oh
around.
yeah, he's like known for being like Ace Frehley's like
Side
side
guy.
guy.
He
Like,
formed a band with like some guy from Alice Cooper and two guys from Blue Oyster Cult. And they call it like Blue Scarlet. Yeah, Blue Coupe Scarlet.
Oh God.
they have Blue Coupe, and then he joins them sometimes and just plays Led Zeppelin.
Is it like Jerry at a Comic-Con? He just shows up.
Yeah, that's what he did. He showed up and he was like supposed to play 2 songs, and he ended up being up there for like a fucking half hour. We're like standing there like, dude, get the fuck off. Nobody gives a fuck.
Right.
Like, the night keeps moving at Chiller Theater.
Right.
Yeah,
And
that's
we're
true.
waiting for this fucking dope to stop playing like rock and roll. Like,
Did you get to talk to him, or did you
yeah, I
talk to
called
him
him a
at fun?
fucking asshole.
You did?
When he was fucking coming off the stage. Took you long enough, you fucking schmo.
Nice.
No, I always fucking hated like all the whole pageantry of that bullshit. Like, oh yeah, this guy was in such and such a band. Like, why the fuck are half of these people at Chiller Theater? And granted, you know what? Like, Bo Donaldson was fucking awesome. I got his autograph up there.
Awesome.
Billy, don't be a hero. Don't be a fool with your life. Do 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 do. Great song.
So old school.
Covered it. Made it famous in America. Met him, hung out with him. Cool guy.
Right.
Fucking cool as fuck.
Right.
Glad I met him.
For sure.
Why the fuck is he at Chiller Theater?
He was really
What's
good
that
in it.
chilling about? There's nothing chilling about him.
No.
He's just a guy. He plays fucking. He does his thing. He's good on like he still does the circuit. Like he plays what's that place where Greg Brady lives? Oh fuck! It's right in the middle of the country. A lot of Muslims live there too. Dearborn, Michigan, I think.
Okay.
It is like or right around there. Like they have, for some reason, like all these old rock and roll guys live around here. It's because the middle of the country. It's easy to tour this way or this way or
Oh, I
this
gotcha.
way or this way. Like Greg Brady lives there.
Right.
Paul, you ever go over here?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. All right, cool.
Dear
This is why we need an intern. Where the fuck is Serpentor? Why'd you have to kill him? You killed him. I didn't kill him. You're the one who shot him in the background.
Wasn't it like
never.
7 evil people and they took their genes and made Serpentor or something like that?
Yeah. But something went awry. I had to explain the concept to Allie. She's like, who's Serpentor? And how is it spelled? She's very obsessed with the spelling, but
I can understand that.
anyway, so I explained. At one point, I think it was like Setsu or somebody who was calm and intelligent and patient. His DNA didn't get in Serpentor, and that's why he became the dick that he was. And they realized he was flawed, which is why he kept Cobra Commander around to use as a scapegoat, or at least so Cobra Commander could stick around for a little while, like Starscream. And you know what? Back to the voiceover thing, like doing impressions. My impressions started with all of like the Chris Lattas and all the guys who did the guy who did Duke. Because when I play with the figures, I try to emulate those voices.
Mm-hmm. Huh.
Snake Eyes was the hardest voice to do.
Oh, Snake Eyes.
I don't remember how Snake Eyes sounds.
Me neither.
Because he doesn't talk. It was a red herring, you broobs. It was a red herring.
That's why I don't remember it.
Very funny.
No, the only time Snake Eyes really spoke was in a comic book where he wrote a letter to the son of a dead G.I. Joe.
And it was full of ethnic slurs. He never spoke again. He had all in one sentence.
You're killing me.
And your dad hid this watch in his ass.
I'm the setup guy.
I put this watch up my rear end for the whole war, and now it's yours.
I love maligning G.I. Joe characters. I heard that the sailor one was a pedophile. He was always taking his fucking submarine to Thailand. Hijinks.
Fucking A.
That power will never stop.
Who do you think was the Ninja Turtle that's most likely to rape somebody?
Donatello could be one of those like super intelligent guys that's so super intelligent he has no morality.
Like Cosby?
Yeah.
What? Cosby wasn't
Look at
that
riff on Cosby.
I wouldn't call Cosby super intelligent, but he was clever.
No.
I'd say Michelangelo because he had control issues.
Raphael had control issues, I thought.
He was the rebel, I thought. He was the guy who was always like, fuck
He
this
was the
shit, I'm out.
hothead.
Yeah, he was the hothead.
So maybe
He's
he needed
the
to
best.
cool his jets into some tight buns or something.
Yeah, maybe Michelangelo would be the rapist. Splinter.
Oh, you written down any more little lines or anything for us to say? Some of the.
Yeah, we moved. Yeah, I was totally unprepared for this show. I had a whirlwind day. And, Jimmy dropped.
Well, do you know any more like movie scenes that you can do or something like that?
Let's see, movie scenes.
Like a Cheech and Chong bit or something?
I can do. What's that $1 million? Hot dog.
Okay, Jimmy Stewart.
Mary.
I like that.
The kids. Zuzu's pedals.
Life would have been
much better
if I killed myself.
I wound up waking up in a 2-hour whorehouse in a pile of my own set.
You know, I always fucking hated Jimmy Stewart. Like, it just always seemed like a guy that's like, stumbled onto a movie set. I'll say these lines. Yeah, then this is the one. Okay. It's like, what do you fucking like? I get that he was like a good, like I guess good looking, like had a good look for the
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
as when I watch movies with him, like my grandmother, like, oh, I love Jimmy Stewart. He's great. I don't get it. Like, I appreciate his shit. Like, he's in fucking great movies.
Right.
But I never feel like he's projecting that he's in any real danger. Like, Vertigo. Like, I never actually.
That's
like,
true.
Rear Window,
Yeah,
like,
you're right.
Vertigo's one of my least favorite hedgehogs.
Really? I love Vertigo.
I love Vertigo.
Kim Novak's amazing. She's so beautiful.
They're just, I don't know.
I think he's right,
I just
actually.
thought
There
he
are
had
better
better
ones.
movies.
I've been thinking about doing a remake of Rear Window, except
That's the best.
Rear
It's called-
Window is good.
but it's called Queer Window, and the guy just sits at the window and he's like, "Oh, Jesus Christ, she's wearing white after Labor Day. Ah, look at her.
What a whore.
So,
Slut."
Oh, here's a stripper coming home. Walk of shame, honey.
It's just Kate Caddick.
What are you doing up there in that window? Just criticizing people. It ain't right. That's how I knew Jimmy Stewart. Because it was fucking it. Because he used to tell this story about this guy that worked in the post office that wouldn't bring Tupperware to the office for lunch. He would bring a pot. They would have chicken in it. Hey, don't you be looking in there! Anytime the Ant did an impression, this guy just reminded me of Jimmy Stewart. So I made my whole entire Jimmy Stewart impression based on Ant's impression of his coworker. So, thanks, Ant. No, but I make him sound all just mad all the time.
It sounds like some angry Midwestern guy.
Yeah. But like, what if like Jimmy Stewart was like a modern actor? Like you hear these stories of actors who fire extras.
It wouldn't work
for making eye contact. So would it be like,
people,
hey, why are you making eye contact with me? You fucking brat? Or like freak out like Christian Bale, like you're a fucking amateur. You don't belong on a movie set.
It's acting fucking changed. The guys that did acting, like Orson Welles did everything.
Orson Welles.
Orson Welles. Like approaching acting is like fucking. He's like a 25-year-old guy playing a guy that's supposed to be like 70 fucking years old.
Yep. Yeah. That's right.
And he had like that crazy voice so he could pull it off.
Yeah.
But that in itself is like fucking mind-blowing to me. Like those guys approach acting, and a lot of people back then approach acting in a different way. Where like I think now people approach acting like, oh yeah, I was in plays and I can act.
Well,
but like I don't know. Back then it was
it's
just
fallout
crazy.
from the method act.
More method.
Yeah, it's fallout.
We talked about what's his name?
Daniel
Day-Lewis does stuff.
He's good.
Like, hey, Mr. Lincoln, you know, on the set with him, you have to call him Mr. Lincoln.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I hope.
Or if he's my left foot, you have to call him, hey, Mr. Foot.
There's a very good
Swing and a
They
miss.
should cast him as Ted Bundy.
Would you like to come into my train?
John Wayne Gacy. Daniel Day-Lewis is John Wayne Gacy. So far, we found 12 bodies buried under the set.
We are making an open for that. That was a great
Daniel Day-Lewis has murdered 12 children in the making of it. 12 children were harmed during the making of this film, but it's getting an Academy Award.
So brave.
So brave for art.
Accepting the award for Mr. Day-Lewis is his attorney.
I would still watch it.
Jesus Christ. Daniel Day-Lewis is Endgame.
Yeah, we have to keep hiring quintuplets because Daniel Day-Lewis murders them.
I got one. I have an impression you might like.
All right.
Okay, first thing you gotta do is you gotta address the ball.
Hello, ball.
Was that? That was. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Art Carney. Yeah.
Yeah. I just saw that off the top of my head, so.
No, it's bad.
I can do Woody Allen. Suni, she's so wonderful. She completes me.
Yeah, that sounds like an extravaganza.
Tony Danza.
You should do dueling Tony Danzas.
You know, one time by accident I fingered Christopher Lloyd. And
By accident?
yeah, by accident. I thought it was Andy Kaufman, but it was Christopher Lloyd. They had the same ass. They were like butthole twins. Yeah, Tony Danza really told me that story.
Hey, Louie.
Yo, I got punched in the head by a guy.
Oh, okay, Tony. Thank you very much.
I can always do the old favorite Adam West.
Yeah, now my Adam West is based on your Adam West.
Where I talk about fingering Eartha Kitt while she blows Frank Gorshin.
Oh, God. Wow.
As Frank Gorshin was loading his load, Cesar Romero was standing by. Hey, is there any leftover?
Oh, God.
You know, Cesar Romero was a homosexual.
Do you think like Burt Ward like followed him around and wanted to be cool with him and just bother him? Like, get the fuck away from me, Burt. Get away from me, Burt.
Don't you know why I have this cane? My parents are dead.
Dude, he was a terrible.
It always pisses me off that they never did the origin story on the old Batman TV show. Like, I really would have loved to see. I'm so sick of seeing Batman's origin, but I would have loved to see it for the Adam West
that would
Batman.
be wonderful.
Like, how did his parents die that it spawned him to be that?
Yeah, there was no. It was all canon. There was no.
I still think Adam West is the man, though. He really. I mean, from my perspective, from growing up and knowing all these Batman movies, Michael Keaton to me is a close second, but Adam West is the man. I mean,
You think he's your favorite Batman?
He's Batman to me. I saw a showing of the Batman movie that he hosted live. So he's giving
Robin, hand me the shark repellent spray on a fucking helicopter.
You're laying on the foam rubber mattress convention.
Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb. They're not bad people, Robin. They're alcoholics. He like gives Robin this whole speech about like Robin's like, why didn't you just leave the bomb in the bar and kill all those fucking drunk people?
Oh my god.
Movie's great. I watched the fuck out of that movie when I was a kid.
I love that movie.
I watched
Yeah, it was great because it brought all the villains together.
Yeah,
Right,
I like
exactly.
how they work together and.
Yeah.
And they just turn people into powder. It's like the fucking
that's right.
the dehydration guns. Like they're at the what is it, the United Nations? Everyone's just speaking at each other in all different languages, and they're just like, and the people just turn into like powders. And then they just mix them all up. And it's like Batman's like, oh no, Robin, we have to separate the different people, or everything will be all messed up. And Batman has this fucking bat machine that separates it. Oh god, it's insane.
Doesn't quite work out, but he does his best.
Oh yeah, they're all speaking different languages.
Yeah, right.
I don't think I caught that as a little kid.
Maybe then they can understand each other.
Yeah, that's right. I completely fucking forgot that.
They were so
That's
fucking
after
high.
a fake fucking yacht is just in the ocean. It's like, oh, it's a hologram, Robin. Commodore Schmidlap. Penguin. Penguin. I think this is the penguin, Robin.
I think I can do Mickey from Rocky. I can do.
You're a fighter, Rocky. You gotta win. You gotta beat this guy. You gotta beat this guy.
Oh man, I don't know. I can't remember shit, so I got that giggle Balboa, and it helps the brain.
Nice.
Shut up, Phil, no matter how much I put you down. There you go.
Ain't got time for the jibber jabber.
Nice.
Shut up, fool. Stop stopping. I'm gonna break your face. I ain't getting on no plane, Hannibal. No plane. How am I getting on a plane?
How come Clubber Lang didn't go to jail for murdering Burgess Meredith? Like, I always wondered that as a kid. Like, he basically...
Because Burgess Meredith deserved to die.
He shot him in the head.
Oh god.
The hole in his brain.
Mr. T defiled Burgess Meredith's corpse. On that note, I think, should we get out of here?
Sure.
Should we do a quick asshole of the week?
Yeah, let's do a quick asshole of the week.
That fucking state senator who's saying that nurses are fucking playing cards. Fuck you. I just wanted to say that. I had her name written down, but I forgot. Nancy Wilson or some shit.
She agreed to shadow a nurse to see what a nurse does. I think anyone who knows anything about a hospital knows what nurses do. They work their asses off.
Sure.
There's a great meme that's like feeling kind of cute. Maybe I'll play cards today. And what it is a trauma room after someone was stitched up or something, there's blood everywhere. It's a complete disaster. It's like, look, this basically says it all. You know what I mean? It's they,
you know, like
hard work.
I mean, it's not an easy job. I have a lot of friends in the nursing program, so you know.
I have no friends.
My buddy Brian is a surgical nurse, and thank God, because a meticulous person like that belongs in a surgical room.
Yeah.
you know, Dominique is a nurse. She's great.
Well, the nurses have a better. Their finger is more on the pulse of what's going on from day to day. Doctors, they stop and they do. I mean, they're just as
The
important.
nurses are in the trenches.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and you get more personal care, I'm hearing,
Yeah.
from nurse practitioners than you do from a doctor.
I'm getting hard because my nurses are all hot.
Nice. Nice.
Who's your asshole of the week, Santos?
Oh God, you know, my asshole of the week is probably not William Barr, but who's the head of the Senate? The
Mitch McConnell.
Mitch McConnell. I think he's my ever-present asshole of the week. It just gets worse and worse, you know.
He looks like a turtle from.
Yes, he does. Yes.
From the old Robin Hood from the 70s.
That's right. Yes. There are a lot of evil people in government. And I think he's bringing us backwards 50 years to what was a better America in their minds is ridiculous because it was not better. We almost had it, I think, under Clinton and under Barack Obama. We almost got there, but Republicans took over Congress and killed Barack Obama's work. Just destroyed it. Now we've got Orange Cheeto Man.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Too bad.
It's good to have the checks and the balances, but a lot doesn't get done because one group does something and the other group one doesn't, and there's compromises, there's push, and there's pulls. But look, people need to get with the fucking program. It is not left versus right. It is fucking rich versus poor.
That's basically the bottom line. We are all in this together on our level. We have to get over the ramparts here. We really have to
This is humans versus animals. Every other species, we are coming to murder you.
We start those fucking geese that keep flying above my apartment every goddamn day, honking at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Do you have a dog? It's trying to murder you.
My asshole of the week is that guy. I think in Africa he killed a couple of zebras and came up and got eaten by lions. You hear about
He deserved it. Yes, I heard about him. Yes.
Good, you got what you deserved.
3 lions got him.
Yes. He deserved his death.
Something about poetic justice. You know?
Yes.
Oh, one funny note. Fucking Enough is playing fucking Dingbat.
That's scary, man.
That's so funny.
So, I didn't know they were a Nazi band. I had no idea.
Who's the name of the main guy in that band? Something's Enough. What?
Chips enough.
Chips Enough. Okay, yeah.
Do I get an asshole of the week?
Yes.
Yes, you got it.
Oh, I forgot about you. I'm sorry.
I'm forgettable, guy. Well, now I don't know who it's gonna be.
That fucking bitch across the hall, right?
No, you know what? My neighbors, it sounded like they were banging something in at like midnight last night. I hope one of them was banging the other's head against the wall a bunch of times. That's my asshole. We're out of here, guys. Peace.
Hey guys,
Take care,
thanks
guys.
for
Thank
tuning
you.
in, and I don't know, tell your friends we're funny.
Tell your friends to go fuck themselves.
Always remember.
Good night.
Always remember, eat shit and die.
Love each other or some shit.
Love each other, hate each other.
That went so fast. Every time we have a guest, it always goes so fast.
Yeah.
What time is it?
We hope you enjoyed our presentation of Cult of Contempt podcast. If you have any questions or comments, or want to hear your band on the show, just write us at cultofcontemptpodcast@gmail.com, or check us out on Instagram or right here on Facebook. On behalf of Paul and Phil, I want to thank you for listening. We'll see you next week at 8:15. I'm Jim Cook. Transmission out.